So today we is going to be talking about Kelly Cadigan, unfortunately. If you don't know who that is, that's objectively a good thing. Kelly Cadigan is a trans woman who is trying to be the next Blair White, a conservative grifter who throws trans people under the bus for her own personal financial well-being, which is very dumb and stupid. She is notorious for videos like this.
I'm leaving this cult. And from now on, this is the flag I'm standing for.
Just like dumb conservative stuff like, I was gonna burn the gay flag and then I only stand for America. Yeehaw, cowboy. Well, recently, Kelly Cadigan has made a video pretty much acknowledging that it was all a grift, that it was all bullshit.
I'm sorry to Dylan Mulvaney for taking your days of girlhood shtick and using it for my own conservative grift.
Like, see, she admitted that it was a conservative grift, but here's the thing. Admitting it was a conservative grift don't automatically just absolve you of the things you said. The things she said was very transphobic. She herself is someone who transitioned before she was an adult. She's one of those trans teenagers who transitioned before they turned 18, who started hormones before they turned 18. She's been saying like kids shouldn't like kids shouldn't transition She literally transitioned. Like, this was all fucking bullshit from the start, because the exact thing she was advocating against, she said was good for her and she wouldn't have had it another way. Like, is that not insane? But also, on top of the stuff she said about trans people, she shed on non-binary people, saying that like the identity isn't real, all these different things. She said racist things like this next clip.
Slavery, but I think we're illogical if we didn't realize that a lot of Black people enjoyed being slaves back when slavery was a thing.
Which is just an insane take. I'm not even gonna argue with the topic or what the points was that she tried to make, because no, objectively, no. That is some psychopath shit to see this horrible time of history where people was whipped, brutalized, tortured, raped, forced to breed so they could have kids because they was treated as cattle. To see that and go, you know, most Black people enjoyed that. That's batshit fucking insane. But recently she uploaded a series of videos where she talks about her experience and why she did the grift that she did, as well as kind of apologize.
You know, growing up, I always wanted to be friends with the people who hated me, just because I wanted to be seen as normal so bad.
And that's something right there of trying to be like the people that hated you and trying to get them to like you. I can resonate with that. Especially back in high school, I did that a lot. There was people, like, I wasn't out in high school. I didn't come out for anything, any sort of queer, none of that. I didn't even admit it to myself. But somehow people got a vibe about me. And I got called the F slur and T slur, all these different things. And I didn't take it as like, oh, this is people being mean, I should ignore them. I took it as, these is the popular kids. These is the ones saying that stuff. They's well liked. I's not that well liked. I get made fun of. I should be more like them. And so I try to join in with their bigoted stuff they were saying against trans people, against Black people, against women, against pretty much everyone. And that don't absolve me of doing that just because it was for like the self-preservation reason. The things I said still have consequences. The things I do still have consequences.
I think I'm just starting to see the reality that like the people on the right don't actually care about me, and the people that did care about me and did want to support me, they don't want to take me back.
But yeah, I get it's a fear thing, but just because you do something out of fear don't mean you didn't do the thing you did. It don't make it just go away.
I'm sorry to Dylan Mulvaney for taking your days of girlhood shtick and using it for my own conservative grift. I'm sorry to the Black community for what I said about slavery. I shouldn't have said that. And to non-binary people, I'm sorry I said your identities aren't valid, but I'm also not going to sit here and say I understand. I need to talk to more non-binary people to have a better understanding of your identity.
The stuff she said about like Black people, because it wasn't just that one video. There's an entire interview and just weird comments that she's made. I obviously can't accept that apology. And also with apologies online, it's not like apology in person. Because apology in person, the person apologizes. You can really feel if it's genuine, if it's not. And then you see if it's genuine with the change in behavior. So like accepting an apology pretty much is like a thing of like, we cool now. Like, it's fine. It's like whatever happened, we got over it. But the thing is, it's different online. You can't accept apology the same because I don't know her. I don't talk to her. I don't see her. The most I could ever do is consume her content. And like, I'm not going to start watching her content because I think her apology is good and she actually genuinely means it, which I'm not saying that I necessarily believe that. But like, if I believed everything was genuine and everything was good about it, and there was no problems, I wouldn't start watching her. I wouldn't start like supporting her. That's not how that works. Like, why the fuck would I want to do that? She's like a piece of shit and says nothing of interest to me. You know, it's not the same. And obviously I could never accept any apology that she made towards the Black community because, like, you know. But it's like, could I even accept any apology she made about like queer issues? Because like, that's not how it works. I was not going to support her. I mean, who cares if I think it's genuine or not? We'll see if it's genuine. I don't know. Apologies online is weird. Here's the thing. She uploaded those apologies around a week ago. But if we look at her page, they's all gone. It's only the stuff before she tried to grift, and her content before she tried to grift was the very like common trans woman stuff of just talking about being trans and experiences with like cis straight men and things like that. Like, she's deleted most of her videos in the last 2-3 months. The only stuff on here is really from like March, so it's all gone. So the transphobic stuff is gone, but so is the apology. So is all of that. Though she did post this cover 3 minutes ago, which is it's just her singing a song.
Been a long time, but I'm back in town.
I don't get it. What is this? Why is this here? She goes and makes all these transphobic and racist comments for months on end. She's trying to be this grifter. Then she apologizes or whatever and takes ownership, but then really centers herself as like a victim of like feeling sad and like depressed and like trying to seek acceptance of people. And then she moves on from that, deletes everything, all of that. And then just is like, here's a cover of this song. What? It feels like that weird COVID thing where like all the celebrities was like, imagine about heaven, or whatever the fuck the song goes. It's just, what the fuck? But all of these videos are still up on her Twitter, which I just want to say, this motherfucker tweets way too much. Look at all these tweets. Like, a lot of these is in one day. All of this is in one day. Jesus Christ, get off of Twitter. But these videos are still up on her Twitter, right? Which, it's like, she still stands behind it. It's just she didn't want it on her TikTok for some reason, which I don't understand that logic. But here's the thing. You know how that apologies she made to non-binary people about not understanding and wanted to have more conversation and learn about it? She retweeted this just a couple days ago. It's a quote tweet to a TikTok she posted on her own account where she pretty much described what she views a woman to be now, which is just people who present as feminine and like following the female binary. And the quote tweet to that, which is the thing she retweeted, says, I'm actually completely fine with this because it upholds the binary, which most trans people, both men and women, want. Upholding the binary is what's important. This is what the left is trying to destabilize. This is just that same weird, like, anti-non-binary stance that she was on before. So it's like, how genuine was that? Because you just didn't, like, follow through. Like, this is 4 days later from when you posted that. Like, it's weird. I don't care if it's genuine or not. I don't care if she's actually apologized and moved on. I won't watch her. I didn't watch her beforehand. I completely ignored everything about her. I only looked into this because I make videos and this would be an interesting thing to talk about. That's the only reason I looked into this. I don't care. So whether or not I actually think it's, who gives a fuck? The thing is, like, do I think she's 100% genuine? I think what she is scared. I think she just wants to be accepted and it don't matter who it's by. That's it. She's willing to be racist and homophobic and transphobic to be accepted. She just wants to be accepted by everyone. But she can't have that. Like, I get it. I've been there. I did the same thing when I didn't know about queer people, when people was openly homophobic in school and all of that. Like, I get it, but it don't make it okay. I think, personally, she should get off the internet. She tweets too much. She's on Twitter way too much. She should just get off and live her life and try to forget that this ever happened and just try and be a better person. This should just be an embarrassing blip for her. And that's it. That's what I think my opinion is. I'm not going to accept any of the things she said because I don't care. I don't care. She holds no genuine interest to me other than it's fucking weird. And once that novelty wears off, I will forget about her. So yeah, I don't need to accept her apology. I'll just forget she exists. That's all I want to say. Goodbye.